Starting with eyebrow gel, I always wiggle the inner corner of my eyebrows to create a fake cow's lick because naturally bushy brows usually have some sort of separation here. Wedding makeup needs to look good in photos, last all day, but also not look cakey. So for my serum, the Inky List polyglutamic acid, which is also an SPF 30. You're probably going to be outside all day. SPF 50 is absolutely essential. This one has a luminizing finish, so it's great underneath makeup. It's also not going to cause a white flashback in flash photos because it's a chemical sun cream. Only physical sun creams are going to cause that white flash. Only after 10 to 20 minutes when the SPF has actually sank into your skin, I'm going to go in with a glowy base. This one is from Kiko. This is SPF 10. It's great to layer your sun cream products, but none of these alone would do the job unless it's the actual sun cream. And always taking all my prep products onto my neck. Having an evenly hydrated base is what's going to make your makeup last all day and all night. One of the most long-lasting foundations, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. So as you can see, this is quite dark. I'm matching my neck because I have fake tan on. For my concealer, the Bellamiante Creamy Concealer, which is very similar to the NARS one. I always go down the side of my nose with concealer and then out here to really lift my eyes, and I go around my nose to conceal any redness, and that's because I want to keep the coverage to where I've applied it and not just move it around everywhere. Next, I'm going to add some bronzer. This one is the shade Baked from Milk Makeup. Applying everything cream on the back of my hand first and priming the brush, really working it in, so by the time I touch my skin, it's already blended and I barely even have to touch to blend. This method is really going to give you that airbrushed finish that looks so much better in photos. It's also going to help you control where you're applying it. Remember, bronzer, don't go below that line. That's why I don't need to use contour, because my bronzer contours my face. Exact same for cream blush. Matching this to my lip color as much as I can because I want this to be natural, and I'm putting a lot of makeup on my face, but I'm trying to make it look as natural as possible. So again, by the time I actually place it on my skin, I don't have to disturb the makeup underneath. I'm going to take a big brush with nothing on it on top of all my cream products and just gently pat, and this is going to blur all the lines. Then to set my makeup, I'm going to use the Florimar loose powder, which I think is like €7 or €8. I don't like to set my makeup that much because I can do touch-ups throughout the day, so I don't mind if my makeup moves a bit, but I always go underneath my eyes. Make sure my crease has no concealer in it, and then set that, prepping it for eyeshadow. And for some other areas of my face, I'm taking a bigger, much flimsier brush so there's not that much bristles. It moves very easily. Knocking it back into the brush, and this is going to add the thinnest layer ever. I just don't want the center of my face to be shiny because it doesn't look good in photos. And then, but if you are someone who just wants to do your makeup and then not have to worry about it at all during the day, a very thin layer over my entire face. This is going to mattify everything, but it's really going to lock it in place. And if you're like me, you like a super glowy base, this is very matte. So I'm going to add some shimmer back in by using the Vive Cream Highlight. It's probably the most important for cream highlight. Back of the hand here is so important because if you over apply highlight, it doesn't look like skin, it just looks really fake, it looks bad in photos. Then I'll always use a bronzer in my crease. This is Benefit Hoola, and I'm going to use a kind of a warm champagne colored glitter. This looks so nice at nighttime, but also looks amazing in photos and in the direct sun. So if you are getting loads of photos on the day, this is a great day to night product to use. It's the Urban Decay Space Cowboy Moon Dust. It's a really fine glitter, so it almost has that kind of gloss wet look rather than like a chunky shimmer. By far the easiest eye. It's also cry proof and adjustable. It's going to be easy if you do cry and you want to fix it. Flat brush, brown eyeshadow, anyone can do this. Following my waterline up, then taking a fluffy dome brush, then the same on this side. It really lifts my eyes, but it's not too dark for daytime. Then I'm going to curl my eyelashes again. If you're a crier, I'm absolutely a crier and I cry at everything. You can leave the mascara off until after whenever you may cry, which might be the whole day. Good time to get a lash lift. I'm going to apply mascara now. And because my eyeliner is brown, I do love to use a brown mascara. This is a tubing mascara from Bellamiante. Then for my lips, I'm going to keep it quite light and neutral. Catrice Queen vibes, very similar to Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. And again, a very long day and night, I would choose something really hydrating, so when it fades off your lips, it's not going to stick to any dry skin, or it's not going to stain unevenly. This is the Bare Minerals Gloss Balm in the shade Affection. You've seen me use this loads of times. Really hydrating, doesn't fade unevenly or doesn't stick. Then I would most definitely set this with a setting spray. This one is Urban Decay All Nighter. If you have dry skin, I would recommend getting a travel size bottle version of a setting spray and resetting your makeup. It's going to add a lot of moisture and glow back into your skin. If you have oily skin, you'd be very surprised what putting a little bit of powder on this brush and putting it loose in your bag. I know, but if you have a small bag, it's going to work a lot better. And then actually just resetting your makeup and mattifying everything. That will work really, really well. I would also recommend getting a spray SPF 50 for on top of your makeup, especially if it's going to be a really sunny day, because you don't want to get burnt. But that is it. If you have any questions about the products or want me to do another makeup look, just let me know in the comments. That is it. So bye.